Good evening, welcome to eRadio India. Today we are present at Mount Abu where a press conference is going on, about a seminar is going on where we discuss about the role of media, how media can exceed the positivity and how media can prevail the positivity. So today our guest evening present with us Mr. K. Srinivasan, a chairman Prime Point Foundation, Digital Journalism Association of India. So welcome to our channel eRadio India. It's a national media conference which is held at Mount Abu, which is organized by Brahma Kumari in a very well-mannered, in a very eco-friendly environment. So there are various journalists from all the nook and corner of the India. So, sir, what do you think, like, what is the purpose of today's media? Like, media is approaching towards negativity, or there is a bad name towards associated with the media, like media prevailing like bad news, paid news, something like that. So how can media lead toward the positivity? What is your thinking about this?
See, the media today, because of the technological changes, there has been, I am in this, though I was a banker, I am in the media handling and other thing for the past nearly 35-40 years, right from the from 80 onwards. But I find a lot of changes in the attitude of the media, because before the technology entered, the media was more focused on a print and television media. And the print and television media had a control because of the editors and sub-editors, where there are different levels. Now the technology has given the leverage. Every person who is holding a mobile is now a journalist, calls himself, I don't say that he is a journalist, calls himself as a journalist and tries to post messages, information. And because there is no regulation in the country, because with the technological changes, and there is no media policy in the India, in the country, and more than the media policy, there is no regulation also. Actually, from Digital Journalists Association of India, I have been taking up with the Government of India for proper media policy and for proper regulation in consultation with all the stakeholders. The moment when you say the regulation or media policy, there is a big hue and cry without knowing what is it actually, because immediately some people make a noise that it is going to curb the freedom of expression. There is no freedom of expression is being curbed. What is the freedom of expression given by Dr. Abdul Kalam in Dr. Ambedkar in 1915, the Constitution remains. There is no comma or full stop, is not changed. Now, assuming after the emergence of technology, immediately we assume that we are having an absolute freedom. There is no absolute freedom. Our thinking leads to a lot of fake news, wrong information, creation of chaos in the country. So where is the end for it? That is why we need a proper media policy in consultation with the stakeholders and a proper regulation also. Unless an industry is regulated, any industry as a matter of fact, the industry cannot survive. Take for an example the medicine. There is a regulation, there is a policy. Company secretaries, chartered accountants, telecom industry, you take any industry, there is a regulation, there is a policy. But for media, it is allowed free. That is why the media industry is haphazard manner. Even many of the retrenchment happens. What happens? Even there is no proper provision. There is no safety for the employees who are working in an organization, the media organization, because it is lack of media policy. And I feel from the Digital Journalists Association of India that a proper media policy is needed, and they have to consult the stakeholders. We can frame a good media policy.
So how far media is responsible, like, for the negative publicity or like for to exaggerating the thing? So it is a blame on the media. It's a defamation for the media. Like, with people think that sometimes media prevail like the negativity. They exaggerate the thing. So what do you think? Like, is it true that media are nowadays the image of the media on the people? It's not a good image of the media. So what do you think?
The image of the media is very low. People don't believe the media. When something happens even in a print media, people are not prepared to believe that, because it is now I have seen around nearly 30 to 40 years I have been seeing the functioning of the media. Functioning of the media is, earlier they have to do some research. When a news item comes, there should be an authenticity or source should be there. But now what has happened, many of the media, because of their laziness or because of their hurry to bring out certain news or breaking the news, they pick up something from the social media and release it. Later it proves to be a wrong thing. So this is how this hurry in media is in a hurry to release certain information. So the media loses the credibility, and there is no punishment also. If you abuse a person, if you abuse even a womanhood, and absolutely there is no punishment, because this is how, now that is what I said, that there must be a revisiting of all our laws, particularly in the advent of technological growth. Even the cyber laws, that is Indian Information Act 2000 itself, needs to be revamped, because that after the removal of 66A by Supreme Court, it is a much more, even as a Cyber Society of India president at the time, I issued a press note that it was going to be dangerous for the women in this country. Now it is proved to be so, because somebody abusing in the social media or anything, they get free, because that is why there is urgent need for a media policy and media regulation. And a wrong person spreading a there are a lot of communal clashes are happening because of the wrong messages. That is why media loses the credibility. Ultimately the sufferers are innocent people.
Thank you for sharing your experience, sir. And you are watching eRadio. Thank you.